Hey guys, it's Marauder again. I haven't been posting on YouTube as much as I used to, and I apologize for that, but I'm hoping after this video that I will continue and get back more into it and post more. But today I wanted to address something that's actually really serious. I know usually I'm really goofy in my videos and everything, and that's fucking great and dandy, but I feel like I really need to go beyond that right now. So, first of all, as you guys may know if you followed me for a long time, or if even some of you who have recently started, I used to speak out a lot about depression and my anxiety and my bipolar disorder on my Facebook page back when Facebook would actually allow you to see it, which has been harder now because the conversations are dying on Facebook. We're not able to really reach out to each other anymore, and that hurts because I feel like we had really started a community where we could speak about what we were all struggling with, and my fans became something more than just people on the internet who liked my photos. You guys really were able to reach out, and I feel like we connected a lot on a lot of our issues. And despite Facebook being a dick and completely blocking us from really communicating in so many ways, I don't want to stop the communication there. I think that you guys, as my fans, I owe it to you for you to know me. I think that really I want you to see past me as just some chick on the internet who you like my pictures or some baiting material or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because believe it or not, I am a person, and sometimes you guys send me messages and I don't like them at all, and sometimes you'll send me really sexual comments or whatever, and maybe you think you're friendly because some of you assure me you're not creepy, but it's really troublesome for me. I have really horrible social anxiety, and it takes everything I can to get through my messages on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and every fucking where else, and that's the hard thing is I want to be something more than just some chick you guys look at on the internet. I want you guys to really relate to me and relate to my artwork, because I feel like we're in this together. My fans really support me. You guys are amazing. You've gotten me costumes for shooting and bought me the outfits I wanted, and I've cried over how happy I am to receive some of the gifts you guys have sent. You guys have been just absolutely incredible, and I've been trying to think of ways that I can give back more and more, and this is what I'm going to do first of all, and that's I'm going to update you guys. I'm going to update everyone who may have missed who I have been over my past 12 years of modeling, and I think it's time that you guys actually get a chance to really see what I kind of stopped talking about without a real reason. And maybe you guys are sick of it, and at one point I got a really cruel comment from someone who basically just told me I was seeking attention by discussing my depression, and I let that get to me, and you know what, fuck those guys, because it's none of their fucking business. You don't have to follow me, and you don't have to watch. Please always remember that. You don't have to be here. You're welcome to leave anytime you want. Anyway, so when I started modeling, it was originally for a friend, and I was very self-conscious and very suicidal, and I was very unhappy. I didn't know what to do with myself, and at the time I wrote a lot. I still write. I have notebooks and notebooks full of songs and everything like that, and it was crazy, but there was a lot of times when I felt very alone. My parents weren't always there to listen. my real father had killed himself when I was 3, so I didn't really have the person who I inherited these issues from to explain to me what I was going through. And my mother, as much as she tried, she was scared. We had already lost my father to suicide. What are you going to do with another crazy person in the house, right? Anyway, so when I started modeling, it became this amazing release for me, and it became something more than anything else, and that was awesome. And funny enough, it actually encouraged me to stop cutting. And I hate that there's people out there who make fun of cutting like it's something that's just a joke, because they don't know what it is and they don't understand it, and that's fine. But if you don't understand something, it doesn't mean you should make fun of it. And if you don't understand mental illness, you should really think about what you're saying before you decide that you make fun of someone who's hurting themselves, because there's often something that's seriously underlying that, and you could be influencing in a really bad way, and you don't want to do that. Anyway, so basically, it encouraged me to stop cutting for a while. I realized I couldn't cut and model. It was harder and harder to cover and hide things, and so I got more into modeling. And it was beautiful. And you know what? I still look at my beginning photos, and I love them all. And you know what? I still use them in my portfolio, because despite the fact that, people say as a model you get better and that you should always, continuously update your portfolio, I still believe that you can update your portfolio with keeping an ode to your original self, because I think it's beautiful that I started so young and was able to really reach out, because all of my original photos were always artistic, and that's what I really wanted, was the art. And that's what I've always loved, is the beautiful form of art. And, I've become depressed with photography lately, because everyone's got the same plans. Everyone's got the same look they want. Everyone's looking for the half-naked chick on a bed, or fully naked chick with, the Playboy spread. And it's not that those are fine photos, and it's not that there's anything wrong with them, but there's been a lot of art missing in the photography world, and it's breaking my heart. Anyways, so as far as my depression goes, it's definitely subsided here and there, and it's gotten worse here and there, and every day it's been a pretty insane battle with it. I don't pretend that I'm always doing well, because I'm not. And every day it's a battle as to whether or not it's worth it to get out of bed. But I want to give myself more of a reason to get out of bed in the morning. And I want to give you more of a reason to get out of bed in the morning, because I want to communicate as a real person and not just an internet personality. A lot of you contact me, and it means a lot that you reach out and you tell me that you're sad and that you're hurting, because I've lost a lot of friends to suicide, and it's hurtful, and it's one of the most hurtful things. It's one of the most hurtful things I could ever explain. What people feel like when they're going through losing someone to suicide. And I feel like if you guys find that you can reach out to me, then maybe I can talk you out of it, and maybe you can talk me out of it, and maybe if we all would combine together, we can really defeat this mental illness. And it's sad that this isn't something that we can communicate about, and that people feel like they need to hide these things. It's sad that we actually let it get to this point where they're ashamed of depression and you're ashamed of being sad, because you shouldn't be. You should embrace your sadness, and you should embrace your inner demons, because That's what they are. You've got to fight them. You can't just let them run you. You can't let them control you. And sometimes they will, and sometimes they win. And the important thing is to keep battling, keep trying. I've been battling for as long as I can remember. I've only met one or two friends who really, truly could reach out and understand the pain that I was in, and those people are still people who mean more than anything to me in the world, and that's inspiring to me to find those people. And I fear losing people. I fear losing people to suicide a lot. And you may call them cowards, and you may say that they were weak, but suicide's never weak. It takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of ability to turn away from all the people who love you and to really make them live without you. And that's what I like for people to think about, is none of us want to live without you. None of us want to deal with that. We want to have long, happy, awesome lives where we can all fucking grow old together. And I planned to die at 27, and I had these stupid rock star fantasies that I wouldn't have to deal with depression for that long, and it would be okay. And so far I've made it to 26. I'm 1 month away from making it to 27, and I'm glad I've made it this far. I'm glad that despite everything I fought, and despite my breakdowns and my alcoholism and everything under the sun that I could get myself into that was a possibly stupid situation, I've really just overcome those, and you can too, because you fucking got this, and it's amazing. And I want to make this to tell you to reach out to me, to reach out to somebody, and never to really feel alone, because you're not. No one's really alone. We just sometimes need reminders that there's other people out there suffering. I notice so many people in the artistic community who are suffering from depression, and I see a lot where we lose people to suicide. Sometimes I'll scroll through and see where a model was just lost because of suicide. Sometimes I'll see where a trans individual was lost because of suicide. Sometimes teenagers just from bullying, and it's hurtful. That shouldn't be happening, but it's an epidemic. This inability to reach out about our mental illnesses are an epidemic. And we can't let it be that way. We have to stop it. We have to stop, and we have to band together and really become one. And as a community, as artists, I feel like we can produce something beautiful. And we can make the earth beautiful again. And we can make people want to be a part of it. Because fuck depression and fuck anxiety. Because we've got this. We can do this. And it may be the hardest thing we've ever done in our lives, to get out of bed and fight the anxiety, to get up and produce something beautiful. But I really believe a lot of us can do it. I really believe all of us can do it. For those who've asked regarding the bandages and whatnot, I had a state of mania and psychosis the other night. My dog just laid against the door. Scared the fuck out of me. Anyway, I had a state of psychosis and mania the other night. I wasn't completely in control of myself. I was kind of losing it. I had been having trouble going to the doctor. I've gone to several, but they had been treating me like I was hunting drugs, because the only medication I can find that'll help me sleep and stop the night terrors and PTSD and the panic attacks is alprazolam, and as a controlled substance, people just like to treat you like you're after drugs no matter what, which is hilarious. I was asking for the extended release, which you can't even get high on, so I don't know what they were thinking, but I went to several doctors and I gave up and I let myself just fall into a complete state of loss, I guess would be the best way to put it. I didn't know what to do, and finally I had psychosis and I managed to get second degree burns all over this hand, which was really fun. It's actually supposed to be wrapped, but I couldn't stand it anymore. It was driving me insane. And then I had some issues with suicide attempts, and these weren't bad, but the next one was not my finest moment. And so he said, fuck it, and I called my mother and told her I had to go to the psychiatrist or urgent care as soon as possible, and so we went the next day, and it was scary. I didn't know what to do with myself, but I went in and I saw an amazing doctor, and I love him to death. He's great. If you need any information on him, if you need a really good doctor, he'll see you without insurance. Also, it's only like $50 to go to an appointment. Let me know and contact me. I'll send you the info. It's in Swanee. But I managed to see a really good doctor, and we discussed a lot of the different antidepressants I've been put on, which, for those of you who don't know, antidepressants are usually a no-no for people with bipolar because it just sends them into mania. Crazy. And, I hadn't slept for it had been about a month since I'd gotten really good sleep. I fucking was getting maybe an hour or two a night, and it was just fucking ridiculous. But I talked to the doctor, and he prescribed me lithium because I'd been asking for it from tons of doctors, and they wouldn't try me on it, even though I knew it worked better, and it worked good for my real father before he went off of it. But, so he prescribed me lithium and put me back on my alprazolam, so I may be a little loopy right now, but as you can see, I'm actually a little bit more level-headed than I was, and it's actually a really good combination for those with PTSD or panic attacks or anything, because it's really the only thing that can calm me down. But of course, Xanax, alprazolam is a very difficult drug to get, and it's also a very difficult one to use, as is lithium. So you need to make sure you're researching what you're doing and not fucking around like an idiot, because that shit kills you if you do. Anyway, so I had my struggles for a good while, but I'm healing up and I'm slowly adjusting and getting to a better point. And one of the best things is my creativity has been back, and that's been kind of amazing. And so that's been the best thing, and that's why I'm dedicating 2017 to really getting in there and getting some of my artistic work done. I'm really excited. I have the most amazing projects coming. I might have to do a 2017 book at the end of it to really get everything for fans who end up contributing on Patreon. I'm pretty excited. I'm really putting forth a lot of effort this year into just bettering myself and getting a hold of my life again. And it's been hard because, you know what, mental illness is a fucking bitch, and people aren't always going to treat you the best when you have it, but the important thing is you've got so many people in this world who are suffering, and they're going through the same thing, and if we just reach out to each other, we can actually become a support team. We don't even have to go to a support group. We can have an online one, and it's amazing because we can create beautiful art together. We can have conversations and really reach out And the biggest thing is that nobody who's depressed or bipolar or borderline or anxious or anything, nobody's alone. We're all fighting, and we're fighting together. And one of my releases is music, and I love it more than anything. And I find the deepest, darkest music I can find, and I reach out. Actually, there's a song called Bigger on the Inside by Amanda Palmer, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because I actually can't listen to the song without sobbing horribly, uncontrollably, but it's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life, and I cry when I hear it because it's so honest and just pure. And I feel like when you're depressed, it's a song you should listen to. And even if you don't like Amanda Palmer, even if she's not the artist for you, look up the lyrics and realize exactly like how amazing this song is, because it really speaks to you beyond anything you can possibly imagine, and I love that so much. And I feel like music has so much beauty and release to it. It's like modeling for me, and honestly, if I could ever find people to start a band with, I'd do a band, because I've got notebooks full of songs too. But I think that there's a lot of good in this world, and a lot of it's art, and if there's anything worth living for, it's art, right? How could you ever not want to live for art? Look at all the beauty there is in this world when you think about it. When you think about architecture, or filming, or photography, or modeling, painting, graphic design, fashion, music, writing. There's so much beauty within everything. And there's so many books and magic, and just, it's so inspiring to be alive. And sometimes we need that reminder. And sometimes we need to be reminded that when you wake up in the morning, you can go discover new art. You can go discover a new book. You can go discover a new song. You can go discover a new place. Because the only thing in this world stopping you is you. And you've got this. You can do whatever the fuck you want, because you know what? I've made it my goals to overcome a lot of fears these past few years. When I went on my West Coast tour, it was a huge fear of mine. I'd always wanted to do it, but I was terrified. I was so anxious. I didn't think I could handle it. And I did it. And I don't regret a second of it. It was a great, magical, amazing experience, and I encourage you to realize that beyond the hospital, beyond the sadness, beyond your room, there's so much beauty that is out there just waiting to inspire you. And I'm not saying drop your meds. I'm not saying drop your psychiatrist. I'm saying keep what keeps you in line, but continue to experience the beauty that there is. When I was 8 years old, I became Wiccan because I had this amazing Wicca teacher, and it breaks my heart, but I've never been able to find him since I was a child. But he was amazing, and he taught me so much about love and peace and meditation and the beauty of reciting spells to the goddess and rituals to really feel like there's a part of you that's more. And some people will find that with religion. Some of you find it with Christianity. Some of it you find it with Judaism. Some of you find it with Muslims. I'm sorry, Muslims. Islam. I'm stupid. I very much so apologize for that. Anyway, there's just there's a lot out there, and, you know, I found Wicca, and I feel like it's also contributed to keep me alive, and you guys have contributed to keeping me alive, and it means a lot that you guys reach out and you contribute to me, and you become my supporters, and when I want to make art, you guys help me when I can't afford it, and I love you guys, because without you, there's so much beauty that would have never been made, and it hurts to think that way, because I couldn't imagine not bringing you more and more art, and this year, you know, some of the art you're gonna see is gonna blow your mind, because I'm really ready to take the next level and become a part of myself that I've needed to for a long time, and opening up to the demons inside, because fuck them. Art can defeat anything. And to all you people out there who are suffering depression, who are hurting, who want to commit suicide, who are dealing with bipolar, or self-esteem, or anorexia, or bulimia, or anything, bipolar, whatever, if I've already said that. To you people who are dealing with that, I want you to know that I've fucking been there, and I'm experiencing it right now, and I'm fighting it right now, and I want you guys to fight it too, and I think we can fight it together. And even if the world wants to be against us, even if they want to pretend like there's nothing wrong and we're just crazy and want attention, then fine, let them. Because you know what? Fuck the people who don't understand. We are a generation of amazing people. We are a group of amazing people. Because you know what? Every fucking day we get out of bed and we fight. And so you guys who fight every day, you fight that anxiety, you fight that depression, you get your asses out of bed. You're the strongest motherfuckers I know. And I want you to know that, because sometimes you need to be reminded that you're strong. And sometimes you need to be reminded that even a stranger like myself, who you've never actually met in person, I care. I want you to be okay. And to those of you who I know, I want you to be okay. I don't want to ever deal with hearing of another loss of a friend or family. I don't want to deal with my loved ones disappearing anymore. I don't want to deal with the hurt when it hurts, when it hits you that that person you didn't hear from for a little while, they committed suicide and it's over. And you can't hear their voice again. Because you're fucking worth fighting for. You're fucking worth surviving. And I may not always be on top of my shit, because I'm batshit crazy too. And even if you guys look at my photos and think I look talented or think I look beautiful and I've got it all together, I'm wearing makeup. I paint on my face and a plastic smile just like everyone else. I fight just like everyone else, and I believe in you. I really do, because I've had to learn to believe in myself. And despite all the pain that we're going through and all the pain that we experience, I think that together we can really create absolute beauty, and we can say fuck you to the demons and be done with them, because I don't want to be alone anymore in this, and I don't think you do either. I don't want you guys to think I'm perfect. I don't want you to think I wake up in the morning and feel good. I don't want you to think I've never felt trauma or terror or horror, because I'm right there with you guys. I'm a real fucking person. I'm a real fucking person, despite what you may think, despite the pictures you may see, despite the fact that you see me on the internet and you think that I am just some pretty girl who makes some stupid fucking comment to. I feel everything. I feel every pain. I feel your pain. I cry when I read your stories. Happy or sad. I cry when I realize that people are good in this world. And I think we're all good in our own ways. And I think we can be good for each other. So, this is me extending my invitation to all of you to really get to know me and realize that I'm struggling with you. I'm fighting with you. And every day when we get out of bed, I'm thinking about you. Because guess what? You fucking got this. You're stronger than you think you are. We all are. And I really honestly believe we can pull through no matter what. Just remember that you are bigger on the inside. You're bigger than anyone can ever tell you, no matter what's happened to you. For the victims of rape, like myself, to sexual harassment, to the victims of cheating, abuse, to the victims who've lost those too young, to those who've lost the people they truly love. You're not alone, and you're strong, and you're bigger than all of that. And most importantly, you guys, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Thanks for watching.